Most plant parents think of watering and fertilizing as two separate chores. First you water, then you feed. But professionals, from farmers growing food at scale to advanced houseplant growers, know there's a smarter way. It's called fertigation. Every drop of water doubles as nutrition, creating a constant, balanced stream of nutrients that roots can use right away. Done right, fertigation means steady growth, lush foliage, and fewer nutrient crashes. Done wrong, it's the fastest way to salt burn your soil and damage your roots. This isn't beginner-level plant care, but if you're watching, you're leveling up. This is the evolution from keeping plants alive to understanding how to make them truly thrive. Fertigation is simple but game-changing. It's the process of delivering nutrients directly through your irrigation water. Instead of dumping fertilizer once a month and hoping your plant survives the roller coaster, fertigation gives a steady microdose every time you water. That's why commercial growers from massive greenhouses to orchards have used it for decades. It works because it copies nature. Plants don't eat in cheap meals. They sip nutrients constantly through rainwater moving through soil. Fertigation is like sipping an electrolyte drink during a workout. Feeding once a month? That's like downing a gallon of Gatorade in one go. Which one do you think your body or your plant prefers? So when should you actually use fertigation? Active growth seasons, spring and summer, when plants are hungry and actively producing new leaves, roots, or blooms. High-demand plants, fast growers like pothos, philodendrons, monsteras, and fruiting vegetables thrive with steady nutrition. Recovery mode. If your plant is bouncing back from stress, repotting, or pruning, fertigation helps rebuild energy reserves slowly and safely. But here's the catch: fertigation isn't year-round. In fall and winter, when light drops and growth slows, cut back or pause completely. Overfeeding and dormancy is the fastest way to damage roots. Write this down. Fertigation is about timing and balance. The goal isn't to push constant growth, it's to sync feeding with your plant's natural rhythm. Here's where most people get fertigation wrong: the mix. If you go too strong, you'll burn roots. Too weak, and it's like feeding your plants plain water. Rule of thumb: always start at 1/4 to 1/2 the strength of the soil fertilizer label. Why? Because with fertigation, you're applying nutrients every watering, not once a month. Water quality matters. Use filtered or distilled water if possible. Tap water with salts or chlorine can interfere with nutrient absorption. pH sweet spot. Aim for 5.5 to 6.5. That's the range where most nutrients are most available to plants. Screenshot this. This is your fertigation cheat sheet. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and your plants will thank you with steady, healthy growth. Now that you know how to mix, let's talk tools. Fertigation doesn't require fancy equipment, but having the right setup makes all the difference. Measuring spoons or digital scale, accuracy matters. A pinch too much fertilizer can burn roots. pH test kit or strips, so you're always in that sweet spot of 5.5 to 6.5. Filtered water pitcher removes chlorine and salts that block nutrient uptake. Fine mist watering can or sprayer evenly distributes the solution to roots without flooding the soil. Pro Growers Upgrade: a drip irrigation kit with an inline fertigation injector. Perfect if you've got a larger indoor setup or balcony garden. Screenshot this checklist. It's the simple fertigation starter kit. Everything you need, nothing you don't. All of these are linked in the Roots and Roasts Tool Hub. Here's where most plant parents mess up: too often or too strong. With fertigation, less is more. Think of it like microdosing nutrients. For most indoor houseplants, add fertilizer to every second or third watering, not every single one. Use 1/4 to 1/2 strength of the label dose. Always observe your plant's response before adjusting. For hungry feeders like tomatoes, herbs, or large foliage plants, fertigate more often. Every watering at 1/4 strength is safe. Still flush with plain water once a month to prevent salt buildup. Pro care note: leaves don't lie. Yellowing between veins equals iron deficiency. Crispy brown tips equals too much salt. Adjust your frequency, not just the mix. Think of it like Netflix. Steady streaming keeps the show smooth. Too many ads at once. The system crashes. Same with nutrients. Here's where we give you the insider edge. These are the gems most people skip, but they make all the difference. Pro tip 1. Always check your water pH. Fertigation works best in the 5.5 to 6.5 range. If your water is too alkaline, nutrients lock out. A simple pH pen solves this. Pro tip 2. Rotate formulas. Don't stick with just nitrogen-heavy mixes. Alternate with balanced blends or bloom boosters, depending on your plant's life stage. Pro tip 3. Store pre-mixed solution only for a few days. Nutrients degrade over time. Mix fresh whenever you can. Pro tip 4. Keep a feeding log. Professionals don't guess, they track. Even a simple note in your phone can show you what worked and when. Think of this like your plant's Spotify playlist. You don't listen to the same song on repeat. You mix it up for the vibe. Plants want variety, too. Even with fertigation, mistakes can happen, and the plant will tell you fast. Brown leaf tips? Your mix is too strong. Roots are burning. Yellowing, even though you're feeding? Check your pH. If it's off, nutrients can't be absorbed, no matter how much you add. White crust on the soil's surface. That's salt buildup from over-fertilizing. The fix is simple. Flush the soil with clean water, drop your nutrient strength by half, and always test your pH range. 5.5 to 6.5 is the sweet spot for most houseplants. Think of it like seasoning food. Too much salt ruins the meal, just like excess salt ruins your soil. Fertigation takes your plant care to the next level. Steady feeding, fewer crashes, and faster growth. But remember, precision matters. Start light, test your pH, and let your plants show you the results. Want the full mixing ratios, seasonal schedule, and troubleshooting checklist? Download the Fertigation Mastery Guide. Link in the description and comments. And if you're just joining us, catch the full Feed the Roots playlist to see every method in action. This is Roots and Roasts, where plants grow better, and so do you.